so to get this done, I'm not sure the name to give it, but it's more like a bra top. So this will be the top side. So all you need to do is to get your measurement. I'm doing for a size D cup bra type, with a bust. The bust is 38. So what you do is to subtract 8 from the 38. That should give you that should left with a 30. Divide your 30 to 2, which is 15. So this the front should be 15, the back should be 15, which should give you. So when I put it in to get it, so your measurement should always start from the middle side. That should give you the accurate size of it. So you see mine should give me a 15. So that's how you start. So front is 15, back is 15. You start with your chain. So this, I just did a 1 inch for this side. This side is just about 1 inch. That should give you the, so it should be your top side, your bust, the top side of your breast where you want to start the covering to under your breast. It should come down a little bit. So it's more like this. From here to here should be the one that should cover up my breast, and this side should just be the up, which is just a 1 inch, and the 2 inch should be under your breast down. So all you need to do is to get your chain. So I'm just using this as a sample. You get your chain. If this is my chain, since my top is just a 1 inch, I'm just going to start. So what we're doing is we're using a slip stitch and a single crochet. So the 1 inch size should be a slip stitch, which should be this one. So that will keep being a slip stitch for your 1 inch. A slip stitch. So when you're done with your 1 inch slip stitch, the rest should be a single crochet. Okay. All the rest should be, it should be a single crochet. Alright, so keep doing your single crochet, but you should always leave the end side, which is 2 inch. So make sure you leave a 2 inch. So do your single crochet to this side, which leaving a 2 inch, and I would get back to you. Now we're done with this. We next is to do our slip stitches. So which should be the 2 inch down side of the top. Slip stitch are a little bit hard to work with, so you have to get it a little bit loose, not too tight. And I'm using a size 3 hook. All right, now you chain 1 and turn your work. So when you turn the work, we are now going to work with the back loops. Everything is going to be the back loops. So you go in and make sure you don't miss any of the back loops. Let's make sure we handle the right back loop. Okay. So there's our back loop. Okay. And that is going to be a slip stitch. Since we are now on all the slip stitches, everything is going to be on the back loops. Okay, so this is the main reason your back loop, your stitches should be a little bit tight. not if now you're going to get it hard to push your hook into the slip stitches. And, all right. And always make sure you don't miss one of the slip stitches. If not, some part is going to, you're going to shorten the length of it. Okay, so now that we are done with this, we are going to, the next thing we're going to do is our single crochet. And also with the single crochet, we're working with the back loops. Did I miss something? Just making sure I haven't missed nothing. Okay, so now we just have to keep doing. Now that we are done with this, what next to do is to do your single crocheting. When you do your single crocheting and you get here, you start with your slip stitch again. So what I do, I always make sure if this side is 9, so let me use this side to let you know exactly how it's going to look at. So when you keep doing this, what you're going to get. So this is what I would do here for you to see. So this side is my 2 inches. When you count it, it's a 9 stitches, which is the single crocheting. So I have my one last stitch. What I would do is just go in here, okay, and start with my single crocheting. So I always count to make sure I don't miss some, or I don't end up adding more to it. So I keep counting. 2. You can also use a marker if you have one. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It should be my 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is exactly my 9. You can, if you have one of these, you can just use it to mark it. Now I go back on my single crocheting. And you always have to work. All the work is being on the back loops. Give it a little bit loose, not too tight. Okay, I'm short of yarn. I'm short of yarn, so I'm just going to add this yarn to it. We have so many ways to tie your yarn, but when I don't have that time to do a good tie, I just add it this way. You can just have time to give it a good touch, a good add into it. All right, so just this way should be okay to go with it. Okay, that's a slip stitch, a single crochet. Okay, so since we got him, just to make sure I don't end up adding more or reducing it, it's a 5. That's the 1 inch, which is just a 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure I get the right number of it, and that's a slip stitch. And it should be a little bit loose, not too tight. So when you get to, anytime you get to this end, you go in both loops to get your edges nice looking. You go in both loops. So you go this way and you turn your work. when you get to this side, you can decide to go in both loops, but I'm not going to the both loop. I only go here to the back. So I only go on the on both loops when I get to the end. But starting, I don't start with both loop. I go to the back. When I'm ending, I end in both loops. So that's what you have to keep doing till you get to this. So you get to your top. It's just a little bit, I would say a little bit easy to do, but they look nice when you're done. So that's how your work is going to be. You always have to take an 8-inch out from your bust measurement, divide it by 2, so that the front, that you don't even need to divide it into 2. It's just, if it's this 38, I took 8, which make it 30. But when you add it, you fold it, it should be 15. You open and measure, it should be 30. And the measurement, you always have to measure from the center. When you use this side to measure, you end up getting your work very loose, and we don't need it too loose. We don't need the top very loose on you. It should be tight on you a little bit, giving your shape, holding the shape well. So that's how it's going to be. You just have to measure to get your measurement from the center, the loose part to get your measurement. Alright, so I would catch up with you. I need to add just a little bit. When we're done with everything, I'll catch up with you to close it up. Then you just need to add both two edges together and do your you can do a slip stitch or a single crochet. I am doing a single crochet because I always like the shape it gives with a single crochet, but you can just decide to slip stitch if you want. That should be fine. With a slip stitch, you have to make sure you don't miss any of the stitches. So I have 9 here, 9 here. Make sure everything is 9 before I get to, that's the slip stitches, before I get to the single crochet. You just put it in. So since this is done, I go to my next one, single crochet, my next stitch, get into the next single crochet. So when you're done single crocheting, then your work is done. The stitches is a little bit time consuming due to the slip stitch. You have to take your time to make sure you don't miss any of it. But when you get a chance to do, is so nice, so simple but nice. And you can also use the same stitch to do a short skirt, which always come out very nice. In my next video, I would try to do a skirt, and I'll do a sketch, and we will see how it will look. It will look very nice with those stitches, adding both stitches to make it either short or mid, either above the knee size skirt. Alright, so thank you for watching. Subscribe, share, like, and to see you again. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.